Treadmill motors. We all know how to hook them up, right? Positive goes to the red, negative goes to the black. Unless, of course, you want it to go the opposite direction. Then positive goes to the black, negative goes to the red. But wait, what do I do with these blue wires?
Greetings, fellow DIYer, and welcome to my video.
Conventional wisdom on the internet says, you don't need them, don't use them. And while the statement, you don't need them, is true, the statement, don't use them, is a bad idea. These wires go into the motor, which has a thermal circuit breaker in it. So if this motor gets too hot, it trips the switch, cutting power to the system. And that is what these blue wires are for. They are a safety feature. So the question then is, how do we hook them up? Well, let's have a look. Keep in mind when working with AC current, it can kill you. So if you're not qualified to be working with AC, you should not be working with it. Let's say you're using an SCR voltage controller. And normally you would be running, this is your power coming in from the wall, this is your switch. Normally you would be running a wire from the hot on the switch into the input on the SCR voltage controller. The blue wires simply replace the lead that goes from here to here. So we now take and connect this blue wire here, and this, if the end was cut off, would now fit into here and provide power. So basically, if the thermal fuse is tripped, power is cut to the entire system. So that's how we do it on an SCR voltage controller. But what if I have an MC60? How do I wire that? The MC60 has two AC inputs, one there and one there. And it works the exact same way that the SCR controller I just showed you does. Power comes in from the wall, so we come from the switch, and then we take the other end and it goes on one of the AC terminals. And same thing, if the motor gets too hot, it's going to cut power to this. Well, how do I use the blue wires if I've got an old MC2100? So here I have two MC2100s. This is the original style MC2100, and this is the revision. And the revision is a better board, and it's actually hooked up a little differently than the old school one. With the old school board, it works the exact same way as the previous two that I showed you. You have AC current coming in right there, and you do it the same way. One end of the blue wire goes to your power wire, the other end goes to the hot side on the old school MC2100. Newer MC2100s come with a section to wire in a fuse. And that's this piece right here. Now, right now I have a jumper on it just because that was the easiest way to get this board up and working. You can put a fusible link here. You can also use your blue wires. So, instead of having the blue wires go directly to the power switch, we disconnect them from here. The black wire that comes out of this switch now goes to the hot on the AC right here, and your blue wires go across these two terminals. So one goes here and one goes there. And so that is now acting as a thermal fuse to cut the power. So your black wire goes in there, your white wire goes there, and that is all there is to it, to hooking up the blue wires. There are lots of ways to do it. The blue wires are easy to work with. It's just a matter of putting it in line on the AC side to cut current should the motor get too hot.
If you like what you've seen, please click like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.